She is famous for her role as host on the YouTube channel Ask Mortician. Caitlin Doughty is a YouTube personality who talks about all things related to death, the process of death from a social and legal perspective, the agency of one's body, as well as talking about corpses of famous celebrities and historical figures. She is also the author of 3 books and is a funeral director at Clarity Funerals, a place that combines traditional practices with the latest technology to provide a stress-free experience for the deceased and their families. Considering that death is seen as a taboo subject, Caitlin is an advocate for accepting the process of death and expressing her beliefs and expertise on her videos, openly explaining what happens after a person dies, and not afraid of taking a humorous approach to the subject matter. In a series on her YouTube channel titled Iconic Corpses, Caitlin talks about famous and not so famous people in history, whose identity is either misrepresented or misunderstood, where she summarizes their biography and how they died or at times preserved and mummified. Most of these corpses she talks about were women and often makes a point that women's agency have been contested and at times violated throughout history, even beyond death. Lately, Caitlin has done an extensive job addressing the effect COVID had on marginalized populations. It had a negative impact on the death toll in the funeral industry and those who could not afford such services for proper burial. Having no space for burials in destitute communities creates a population problem, and these issues were hardly noticeable until someone like Caitlin posted videos on them and talking about them on her YouTube channel. Because of this, Caitlin wanted to change our attitude about death and find ways to arrange funerals in a respectful and eco-friendly manner. In fact, not too long ago, Doughty founded the Order of the Good Death, an association of like-minded professionals, writers, artists, and academics who shared her goals of reforming Western attitudes about death, funerals, and mourning. The Order of the Good Death is Caitlin's way of creating a community while teaching individuals to accept death, with a strong focus on ways of making death part of one's life, learning such practices like memento mori, a way of reminding us of one's own mortality, resulting in healthier grieving and closure. She encourages us to contemplate the way we pass on through life, and consider burial alternatives like composting, green burial, and crematoriums that have carbon offset policies.